For the last 3 years, the roar of the half-movers and heaps of marram port have choked Chinawataka wetland, nearly silencing all forms of life here. This is what the locals, including this man who requested not to be named, have been helplessly watching for all this time.
Kati olwo bawummulamu ebbanga lya mwaka nga gumu ne baddamu kakati juzi kakati obudde buno okuddamu okuleeta bitulakita okuddamu okusenda kuno omulindo gwakubiri.
So for them they say in Kampala there is no wetland. Everybody should build where he likes. And up to now they work throughout the night and in the morning they go away. They used to work without light at night, but now they put on light because they want to show me that they have won me.
It has not been easy to verify the developer, but for the last 3 days the activities have come to a halt following the intervention of the environmental police. However, residents are not celebrating yet.
Polisi wano yajja nebagoba nebakomawo kati guno gwa bakabagobawo wano emirundi ebiri nenga bagoba mala ennaku nga 3 nebakomawo.
Paul Mafabi, the Director Environment Affairs in the Ministry of Water and Environment, says Cabinet is still mulling over procedures and guidelines of how to parcel out wetlands following the decision to cancel the land titles.
We know that many of those people do not have approvals, but even where they have approvals, those approvals are conditioned approvals. And if you take what's happening in Chinawataka now, there was an approval. That approval, first of all, should not have happened. It did happen with conditions, but the conditions have been violated.
That some of them had been issued with EIS and the conditions were not fulfilled. So most of the environmental assessment were cancelled, but some others were guided on what to do because mostly the issue of Chinawataka is drainage.
The National Environment Act of 1995 states, among others, that no person shall reclaim or drain any wetland, erect, construct, place, alter, extend, remove, or demolish any structure that is fixed in, on, under, or over any wetland.
I think our environment laws are really soft, and in most cases they just talk about using these resources and a permit. They actually don't talk about protecting these resources.
Some of the activities started before the directive was given, but government says that only the construction of roads and pylons is allowed in the wetlands. Wetlands also help in absorbing carbon dioxide.
They are turning this carbon dioxide into methane, and that methane is held under there. The moment you release it, either through agriculture, through building, you actually increase on the stock of carbon into the atmosphere, and that leads to global warming.
Now we have this flooding water. The flooding water is disturbing us as far as the residents down there. We have this pod here of water where we fetch water from. Now that one is disturbed no longer. We are not getting water. Instead, we just buy water.
Government says it is also preparing a wetland atlas.
But we are starting with Kampala, Wakiso, and Mukono, where we have already discovered that there are over 17,000 titles in wetlands. And so we are now doing this analysis to see when were these titles issued and the legality of these titles. And on the basis of that, Cabinet will be advised so that they can do the final cancellation.
Back in Chinawataka, residents feel they have done all they can to preserve the wetland. But it appears that power and money have won the battle, as has been witnessed in many of the cases involving Uganda's wetlands. Moses Sakena, NTV, Nature Files.